So, welcome to this training session. I'm Jeanette Flores, and the topic today is Microsoft Office 365 applications explain. And the purpose of this demonstration is to just let our campus community members know about the different types of application that our campus supports. All right, so what I'm going to do next is now I'm going to stop sharing and I'm going to be sharing a new screen. Okay, so to access Office 365 as a student, we're going to go ahead and just go to office.com. This will take you to the Office 365 login page. From here, you're going to sign in. And this is where you are going to be signing in using your CSUSB email address. For students, I'm going to go ahead, I'm a staff, but I'm going to go ahead and do, well, I'm both student and staff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and continue by using my 9-digit Coyote ID, and then you're just going to type in csusb.edu and then next. Staff, you can do this as well, staff members. You're then redirected to your single sign-on, which means just typing in your Coyote ID, password, and then let's continue now. Now I have to do Duo. And then let's continue. And then you can continue with this step. And then you should log in, to the Office 365 dashboard. There's another way that you can access Office 365 as a staff member, and that's through the My Coyote portal. So let me show you how that works. I am going to, let's see, on the Collaborate tile, do you see my screen? I'm on the the My Coyote portal now. But for my staff members, sorry about that. It's actually the faculty and staff email tile. That's what you'll go. So from here, you're going to click on the staff and email tile. And then from here, you're going to see this app launcher that will direct you to the rest of your applications. So notice how when you're in the app launcher, you have some applications available to you, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab my notes because I do want to cover the applications. I'm not going to go through them all. There's a lot of them. I do encourage you to just go through them and explore the different applications that are part of the 365 suite. They are available to you all as students and staff members and faculties, if we have faculty members. Different applications. Like someone mentioned, we have Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Those are just your typical office tools, and they all are, available. In addition to that, I'm just going to cover some new ones because I think they're very exciting, which is the first one being Whiteboard. Okay, I'm going to click on Whiteboard, but if you take a look right here in the link, it gives you some additional applications. So let's click on that first, and then I will show you the Whiteboard. So notice how here it gives you that dashboard of the different applications that are part of my account because I've actually downloaded them, and these are the ones that I typically use daily. And then you can also explore the additional applications. But what I'm going to do now is take you through, I said Whiteboard. Here it is. Whiteboard. Okay. So Whiteboard is one of our newer digital whiteboard applications, and it functions like a traditional whiteboard. What you see is you have a digital whiteboard. It's hosted virtually. And what this does, it really allows you to integrate any of your screen sharing or video conferencing and make a collaboration or collaborate with others that are not physically with you in the room. A digital whiteboard offers multiple colors, shapes, templates to choose from that can be saved and shared with others. So if I were to start one from scratch, I'm going to go ahead and click on this new whiteboard. And then from here, it starts loading my different recommended options. I think this is very useful as it gives you, based on your different categories, different templates for you to explore. So if, for instance, if I am going to be doing a brainstorming session, I can just go to the brainstorming template and then preview it and select the one that is most appealing to me, and then from there start creating my template. So I'm going to go ahead and click the affinity diagram and use this template, and it should load momentarily. And let me see if I have any questions. Oh, that it's it's virtual. So that's what it means. It's virtual. So it's gonna load momentarily. Just give me a second. Okay. Once you are here, there you go. It gives me my template, and then from here you can start creating and just going through your ideas and how you want to customize it. So what this means is that I can share this template once I plug it in. If I wanted to share it with one of you, I should be able to. So since Pavitra is asking that question, I am going to share with you. Let's see if I can find you. It does pull from our directory, so I should be able to share with you all. I'm going to select a couple of you to do this. Let me see. Okay. Now, these are I'm inviting all of you, so I'm going to hopefully nothing breaks. I'm going to send this link to you all. If you have access to your email, you should be able to view the link. Let me know, Gabriella, Pavrita, and actually let's invite Brianna. Sorry, Brianna, I'm trying to multitask here, so let's try.
It's okay, thank you.
I just noticed you're here as well. So let's just go ahead and invite you. And when you receive that message, okay, look. Okay, let me do something different. I'm copying a link right now and I'm going to share it on the chat, okay? So let's see. I hope it works, but if not, then I'll need to look at this a little bit further. All right, so on the chat and go to your Zoom chat where you included your information and see if you can join by going to that link provided. Okay, and I'll give you all a moment. Okay, who was that?
Brianna.
Brianna, you were able to open it. Okay,
Yes.
can you try to make some changes
Okay.
and see, or just anything that you add on the template? Because I want to make sure that we can all collaborate on this. Oh, and I see it right here. Let me share my screen. So notice how Brianna has opened the template and I see that she's on here right now. So you've opened the file. I think yeah, and I also see Gabriella has opened it. So this is essentially, this is what it does. It allows you to create a visual, have a visual collaboration with your colleagues and with anyone that you want to participate with, having that digital whiteboard that integrates and you can use either in your video conferencing or you can share with others, just as I just shared with you just now. So just so you see how I added a couple hearts here on the different themes, just to give you an idea. Okay. I see that Gabriella has stopped looking at the file, but Brianna's still here. All right. Any questions about this? You can unmute yourself and let me know. And I see Gabriella is back viewing the file.
Yeah, I add some hearts as well.
Okay, you were the one adding hearts as well. Thank you. Okay, I didn't know if it was me that did multiple hearts. And okay, so see, you can even start conversations. So if I wanted to tell Brianna or Gabriella something about the template that we're using, I can do that as well. So I really think this is a way that you can all explore the collaboration, digital using this digital whiteboard just to collaborate. Pavitra, go ahead and ask your question. How do you say your name?
Pavitra.
Pavitra, great.
It's correct.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Janet.
Mhm.
Janet, right?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't get any mail in my Coyote ID regarding.
You didn't get it? Okay. So what I did is I also put it on the chat. If you go to the Zoom chat, I added the link there. Click on it and see if you're able to join me in this digital whiteboard. Okay.
Can you please add the link again, please?
Yeah. Let me do it again.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, and I think you raised your hand because of that. Okay, Gabriela, you have a question?
Yes, can this whiteboard be used like for instructors, like teachers can use this whiteboard with the students? Or
Yes.
it's just,
Yeah,
oh, okay.
it can definitely be used. It's just a matter of the professor them creating it and then using it. Now, keep in mind that you have to be part of our organization, which is students, staff, faculty. And I see that you've just opened the file Pavitra, so it did work. So this is a way, think of how you can actually use this digital whiteboard to collaborate with your colleagues or with anyone that you're wanting to collaborate on a project or whatever. Okay. You don't have to be in the same room as you just saw. We're in different locations, yet we're collaborating um, virtually. All right. So it allows you that flexibility to just work and learn by using this whiteboard. All right, now I'm going to stop sharing no, I'm not going to stop sharing. Let's do the following. Continuing with the different applications that our campus supports, another application that I want to highlight this afternoon is called Sway. You should be seeing my screen. Can you all see the different applications that I'm hovering over?
Yes.
Okay, let's look at Sway. Okay, Sway is one of those applications that allows you to create content from scratch. You can either do from a topic and just really tell a story. Okay. So let's say you wanted to create something. So as you can see, I already created sort of a resume. This was more of a me playing around. I didn't really create a full-on resume, but basically I was just playing around with the different types of templates that are available in Sway, and you can actually grab one of these and just customize it. Recording. Okay, so Sway will give you an opportunity to just create a project, whether it be from scratch, whether it be from a topic or from a document, and for you to really tell a story. So there are some templates that have already been created for us that you can customize or you can create something from scratch. So let me click on my resume, which was something that I was playing around with last week. Basically, it just very briefly just wanted to create a resume. I haven't added all the different details that I wanted to, but you can explore everything and just customize it. Now, what you can do as well is design it and then check this out. And then you can just now, granted, my Sway is very minimal what I did with it, but you can really get very detailed and customize as best as you want to. So just think of how you can use this platform to tell the story. I'm going to go ahead and just get out of here and show you the different types of templates that we have available for Sway. So let's just go through that really quick. Interactive presentations, and not only presentations, but also reports. So what I can do here is let's do a do-it-yourself project. And then from here, you can customize. So the nice thing is that it does give you these little short tutorial and suggestions for you to begin with your project. All right. So you see that it's taking me to the actual introduction, and then the text card gives you, this is where you can customize your research, your preparation, and then it explains how you're going to be using it. So think about how you can incorporate and how you can at the end tell your story. So if I were to do this, let's see, you see, I'm going to go ahead and just use this template. And the reason that this one is, I wanted to highlight this one, even though this is just a brief intro, I am going to be doing an actual presentation on Sway that will cover everything much more. But this is just briefly highlighting what you can do. And I know that some professors are using Sway and incorporating it into the student, or asking students to incorporate it to their portfolio. I just have a request from last week. And so just knowing what to use and how to use Sway will come in handy. It's, again, one of the 365 applications that are available to you as a user. Oh, yes, Gabriella says that both Brianna and you, both Gabriella and Brianna, are going to be turning in an assignment through Sway. So this demo pretty much is just going to tell you what's out there. There isn't a more detailed Sway training if you need it, but honestly, you should be good because the tutorials will help you and guide you through the steps. And the nice thing about this is that, like I mentioned, all of these have, these templates that you can just tweak and just customize to your liking. Any questions about that?
I have a question.
Mhm.
So after we're done creating like our site, is there like a link that we could copy and paste to put it for our e-portfolio?
Is yes. Yes, at the end of it, there is a link. However, let me see. I think it's right here. Let's go here. There you go. You go to the share option at the top. Once it's ready, you see this on the top? Hopefully I'm sharing the
Yes,
right.
ma'am.
Yeah, you're going to go ahead and get that link. You see here? Invite people to view, get the visual link, copy, and then you can either link it to your portfolio, or you can do it a couple ways. If you do need additional assistance with this, just you can copy it this way as well. So there's a get visual link, and then there's also copy link. So let me try it this way. So I've copied the link, and then you can link it to your portfolio. I think that's the assignment, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. It should be very easy for you to copy. Just take a look. Now, I don't have my portfolio set up right now to test it, but this should be all that you need to do. So let's see if we can do that. I'm going to pause the recording for a moment. So we covered Sway, and we covered the digital whiteboard, which is called Whiteboard. Now I want to also look at a to-do list, because the to-do list is a way for you to just keep track of everything and just having all your tasks listed in one place. So let's go ahead and go to the applications. And hopefully you all can see this, but let me just reshare just in case. So as you can see, when I go to my app launcher, again, you can see all the different applications. So to continue, what you do is look at the to-do, and the to-do will help you with your organizing your tasks. Now, it automatically, because this is all part of 365, so remember that this connects with your Outlook and just with your Teams and everything. So it recognizes on the right hand side, and it'll give you suggestions about everything that that you should probably do a to-do list for, or add a to-do list for. So right here, I have some emails that I know that I use, and look at this right here from earlier. It gives you those recommendations as to what it thinks it recognizes as something that should be added to my to-do list. So if I were to add this, I can just add it to my list and just continue to do so. But just think of how it's going to help you with your organizing and just adding everything and flagging and all of that, your tasks. So just another way for you to just stay on top of your smart daily planner. That one's very quick and easy to go through. Now, another one that I want to look at is your OneNote. Okay, yes, Pavitra has a question, so let's go ahead.
Yeah, so based on the email it is connected to, so directly it's going to add to the calendar, or should we do manually?
Well, it's whatever it's already created. So let's say you put a meeting together, you schedule something, it's gonna remember or give you that recommendations. But let's go back to it since you are asking, you can do the manual one as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's see. I can add a task by just going to add a task and then put in your details. So let's go ahead and put Office 365 apps. I've added this task and you see that it goes to my day and it'll be listed here. Did you see that? So you can create them from scratch. What it does is that it recognizes from pulling from your email as well what it thinks you should add to your to-do list. So like I was saying, I have different types of meetings and stuff or email reminders that come throughout the day, and it's telling me, oh, do you want to add that suggestion, or do you want to flag something? So you can really customize this however you see fit. Okay.
And
So,
like, can I add a couple of emails in the same to do, or no? Like, I have a CSUSB email and I have my work email, personal email. So all together I can link it to, or no?
No, because your personal, see, remember that what you are accessing, what I'm going over is your 365 campus CSUSB license. I mean, not campus, but your CSUSB license. This is different than what your personal, and it doesn't mix. In fact, when you try to use, let's say you have a personal 365 account, or, when you try to use the features from your CSUSB license with your personal one, it crashes because it depends on how you want to log in correctly, because it doesn't always have, a personal account is not always going to have those additional features, functions, and that an enterprise license has. So I would recommend keep it separate to avoid having any issues. Okay.
Thank you.
And I would definitely encourage you to use the CSUSB account because it has more options, more features for you to take advantage of. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. But that's a really good question. Okay, so continuing on, and I was gonna just highlight one other application, and you should. Am I still on the to-do list?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So let's continue by now. I said I wanted to look at OneNote. How many of you have used OneNote? By a show of hands?
No.
No? Okay. How about anyone else? Yasmin, I see you unmuted yourself.
Yeah,
Have you used OneNote?
I have used OneNote, yes.
Okay.
But it's been a while, so.
Okay, that's great. No wrong answer. I just want to highlight what we have available. So think of OneNote as a digital notebook. So we talked about that digital whiteboard that you can use, right? Now we have a digital notebook. What does that mean? Just means that you don't have to carry your notebook. For those of us that I still use my notebook, by the way. I'm old school. But anyways, you can actually have access to creating a digital notebook. I see you're laughing, Gabriella. You could create a digital
I'm
book.
old school as well.
Oh, okay. So you can relate to me. Yeah. So you can create digital notebooks here that you can use for your personal use. Well, as long as you're logged in correctly, with your Coyote ID and all of your CSUSB credentials. And then you can also have them for your work. So if for those of you that work on campus or So what you do is you're just going to go to new notebook and then you give it a name and you continue. So if I just said Office 365 Explain, Apps Explain, I'm just giving it the title of this class. And then create. From here, it should direct me to my notebook. Okay, so to get started, it's empty, obviously. And then from here, you're going to start. How do I want to create my notebook? How do I want to add sections and what pages, etc. So to start, I'm going to go ahead and say add a section. And the first one would be sway, right? So we talked about sway. That's my first section name. And then looking at my next section below, you see how it's, I created that little tab for sway. What was the other thing we looked at was sway. We looked at the whiteboard.
Whiteboard.
Yeah. You see how now I have another tab within my Office 365 digital notebook. And then the third one is going to be to do. To do. Yeah. So you see how you can the use for this, and then once I go back to my sway, three different sections, three different colors. You can customize even the colors by just selecting or hovering over, and you can rename it and you can do a lot. So I'm going to go to my sway and then untitled page. This will give you just go over. Let me just type something. So, misspelled that. So that's my first one. If I want to add another page to my sway section, I can do that. But think about how you can use this instead of using, like I said, the physical notebook to create your digital notebook. Now, what I find useful with using this application is that you can use it on your mobile device. So not long ago, I created I had a personal notebook that I needed to retrieve off campus. I just created it here. So I downloaded the OneNote app. And what I did is, of course, you have to use your single sign-on, which is your Coyote ID and your CSUSB email address. But from there, I was able to retrieve that personal notebook that I created. You can also add password protection to your notebooks to ensure that if you were to share with someone, you don't have to share it. So there's a lot of customization that you can add to your notebooks, and you can retrieve them for anywhere that you have access to a tablet, to a computer, to a mobile device, and logging in using your CSUSB credentials. Any questions about that? I'm going to just show you really quick the different types of notebooks that I have so that you can see to give you a better idea. Of course, it's not working. Let's go back here. Oh, I think you guys already saw, but see how the different types of notebooks that I have listed here. And then within my notebooks, I have different tabs, sections, and just everything categorized. Very self-explanatory, and I think easy to navigate. Any questions? Okay, so
I have a question.
sure.
Like if we are using this, what is this?
OneNote?
Oh, yeah, OneNote. Like, if I'm completing the semester, like if I'm out of this college, then will I be able to
That's a good
access?
question. Are you a student?
Yes.
Okay, that's a great question. For our students, even our staff, you have access to Office 365 for up to a year after you graduate. I don't know for sure on the staff and faculty, but I know for students, it's up to a year. After that, you need to export everything because you'll lose it. Okay. So please be mindful of that because, it does happen. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so that pretty much, let's go back and just share my screen one more time, and let's go ahead and look at the app launcher. And we have various applications. Outlook, it's your emails. OneDrive is where you store everything. That's storage. Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint are your office tools. OneNote is your digital notebook.
Yes.
SharePoint is what you can use to create websites, to secure and store and organize and share with others. Now, this one is another training in itself, but it's something that you can use. Microsoft Teams is a collaboration and platform that also allows you to create have meetings, virtual meetings. And I don't know how by a show of hands, how many of you have used Teams?
I have.
Okay.
I have as well.
Okay. Yeah. So the majority of you have. So another way, and then Sway, presentations and reports. And then there are a couple more that I won't go through, and some of them do require admin turn on, which is so just the ones that are available, explore. Not all of them are turned on, but to do and planner. Oh, planner, to do, and whiteboard is another one. Now, planner is similar to project management, in which it helps you just track everything from your projects. How many of you have used the planner?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. So you can see my planner. I just opened it up. And this is a way that you and your colleagues, if you're working on different projects, can actually have a view of everything that's going on within the projects, within your planner. So I have one for my team, for our team. And as you can see, everything is broken up by category. So there's a section for my tasks. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't always um, add everything that I do. This is just very minimal. But I have a task for myself, Jeanette, and my colleague Susan, and then my supervisor, Brandon, and then our students, Marlon, Guadalupe, so just having a place where everyone can actually see what's going on um, in your projects and how you're doing with the tasks. This is a good way for you to actually for everyone to be on the same page. So we have different views here. We have the grid view, which I don't like. I prefer the board view, which is the one that I just shared. And then you can also get some visualization in your planner by just going to the charts. It tells you how you're doing and it actually gives you that visualization. Ooh, I have 20 tasks left. They're late. 16 of them are late, and it gives you that, breakdown of everything. And then I also like the fact that you can schedule everything related to your planner will reflect here. So if I schedule an activity that is recurring, as you can see right here, check CIA request completions. This is a daily task. You'll see it on this schedule. Now, this is not the same schedule as your office calendar schedule, because this is directly within the project, the planner. So unless you put it on the other Outlook calendar, it won't reflect here. This is just specifically for your planner, which is helpful because then you can see where everyone is at and what is going on. So again, another application that you can actually explore and just take a look at. Now, any questions? I know I went through a lot, but basically just covering and going over different types of applications that you all can explore. Do I have any questions? And if not, then I'm going to, while you guys ask your question, I'm going to share my screen one more time and ask you for feedback on this presentation. Okay. Now, I do want to remind you that you have training services provides technical trainings on the different applications that we support, that our campus supports. That being said, I would encourage you to please provide your feedback. If there is any other applications that you want us to highlight, let us know. You should be able to see this QR code. If you have a moment, I would appreciate for you to just use that QR code, scan it, and just reply to the survey. The title of this presentation is Office 365 Apps Explain. If you could add that to the feedback, because I believe it's not listed on the drop-down option. And again, if there's any questions, the floor is open. Please ask. I'll give you all a moment.
I have a question regarding the what was that? Power BI. In the launch apps, there is a Power BI right there. Like, is that visualization tool?
Yeah, but not. I had that one. I'm gonna be honest. That has not been explored too much. Some of them are not. We don't have, even though it's listed there, we don't have access to. And I believe that might be one of them. So let me stop sharing. Did everyone get the QR code?
I have
Yes.
I'm seeing the screen in the phone. So is there
Yeah.
a that I can scan the code in the same mobile or?
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. I can send it to you via email. If who would that be? For who?
It's gonna be in the same screen, right?
Yeah, but I can send it to you on email. Hold on, let me just stop this recording, and then we'll answer your question. Okay, so again, this was just a brief demo explaining the different applications that are part of the Office 365 suite. If you do have any additional questions, you can contact us directly and we can put something together, okay?